Basically, my great uncle, Wilf Robinson, was one of the 50 who actually returned. There's me, my brother and my cousin, all marching today. So it's kind of obviously honouring him and the 50, of course. He was a miner from Colville, joined up at 18 when he actually went with the 50. And that's the reason for the three of us marching, basically.
Linden needs applauding. Basically, it's bringing the community together to remember the community that actually sacrificed and went to war. The 50 out of the 200 men that volunteered represented our community and sacrificed everything.
It is great that Linda has done this. It has brought a sense of community together. Most of us, we go to work, we come home every day. We might know each other locally through our children at school. I know some of the parents and that. And I've got friends who I serve with who've come today. You know, all sort of family friends as well. We've all got involved. And one of them doesn't even live within the parish, but he came and when we asked for volunteers. So I think it has. It's brought a sense of togetherness of this community, and hopefully that'll grow more, because obviously it's always been the older generations left to do it, and now it's moving on to such as Linda has revived this memory within us all, and hopefully it can only make the community in Hugglescote stronger.
Events such as this one are important to the heritage of the community and also to the personal history of all the families involved, including myself. There's several books that are written by the Michael Kendrick, who's delved deeply into all of the histories of the family, and I'm very proud to be a member of that community and to be part of doing the same history domestically and on operations abroad.
It's important because we need the young guys to remember the sacrifices that not just these 50, but the millions that did die in the First World War, that we remember in their honour what actually happened. And I think this reenactment after the planting of the 50 trees that we did 4 years ago is hopefully serving justice to what they actually did.
Yeah, being part of the project's obviously nice with all the lads who've got together, you know, met some new faces, some faces obviously we know who have joined up together, being my cousin and my brother. I've known of the project for some time because I know Linda from my mum worked with her at the community centre. I know as a community worker, obviously was here when the memorial stone was laid as well and the 50 trees, so it's a great thing to be part of, basically.
Yeah, I just finished the march at a 50. Never did any marching before. Very nervous beforehand, but yeah, really glad we've done it, and it's made a big impact on the community, which is great.
Really good march. I think that's the best we've done for the practice we've done. I can't believe how many folk are here and everyone turning out to help and support us for it.
Fantastic.
All good.
It just feels amazing. It's genuinely like feeling in 1914. If you took a photo of all of us here and then turned it to black and white, it'd be quite hard to tell. My great-great-granddad was there, and I am older than he would have been, so I guess it should feel the same, and it's quite humbling, really. It's amazing.
It was amazing to come out today and put what we'd put into practice out here on the streets, and it was amazing to see how many people had came out, a lot more than I expected. And the final icing on the cake when we came in here was to see all those faces looking at us, so it knew that everything that we'd done was worthwhile.
I was envisaging that we would have lots of people to start with and then pockets of gaps before we encountered more people again, but it was absolutely incredible. The amount of people that came out and lined the streets was absolutely awesome and very moving for us.
Action.
I can't believe today I've been able to take part in such a fantastic event. When it was first mooted and I was invited along in my role as chairman of the British Legion, I thought this would be a project too far, but having been taking part in quite a lot of parades in my army service, I know how daunting it is and how exhausting for trained soldiers, you mind, you know, young lads, so we say. But unfortunately, or fortunately rather, time has proved me wrong, and it has been a magnificent event. All the things that we thought could go wrong have not go wrong. Linda's expertise in putting all this together has been magnificent, and also I would like to pay tribute to the young lads who've stepped forward to do this today, because it's not an easy thing to do, to step forward, but I think they've learned a lesson today in life that will stay with them forever, that will become their family history. They will be able to tell their kids and their grandkids, do you remember when Grandad took part in the March of the Famous 50? So we're making history today, but when you're doing it, you don't realise you're making history. But we have. And thanks to Linda and all the other people who've put so much in, everybody, too many obviously to mention, but this is what communities are about. And Udalscote and Colville is a fantastic community and place to live. There's so much going on. We're not the prettiest town, but the community spirit here is second to none. And I think this comes back through and through, right from the generations of Bill and his mates, who when they were needed, they all pulled together, and community spirit will always overcome any difficulties that arise. So much can be done when people pull together, and that's what's happening in Colville.
Bless them all, the long and the short and the tall. Bless all the sergeants and WO1s. Bless all the corporals and their blinking sons, 'cause we're saying goodbye to them all. As back to the billets they crawl, they'll get no promotion this side of the ocean, so cheer up our lads, bless them all.
Bless them all,
bless them all,
bless them all,
bless them all,
the long and the short and the tall. Bless all the sergeants and WO1s. Bless all the corporals and our blinking sons, 'cause we're saying goodbye to them all. As back to the billets they crawl, they'll get no promotion this side of the ocean, so cheer up our lads.